Let's meet the visiting team, the Los Angeles Lakers. At center, Jakob Poeltl. It's time to meet the starting.
Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
And now the Los Angeles starters. Bobby Portis out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Poeltl in at the 5, down low. They get the rebound. Outside Monk. Here's the 3. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis.
Always ready to fire. Malik Monk looking for buckets.
Here's Ingram. And stolen by Murray. And here they come. Here's Monk. Oh, and it's a big-time dunk as he slams it right over Doncic.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Well, Brent, in his short career, Keegan Murray has shown flashes of stardom.
Yeah, and I think, BA, coming in, the idea was that Keegan Murray is going to be a complimentary wing shooter, and he's shown that he can do just that. He's taking strides as a defender, but his ability to shoot the ball and have confidence this early in his career, that's impressive.
And here are the Kings now, following the score by Los Angeles. Fultz is good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And they made Ingram fight for that one, but he's not afraid to get physical. This is a good sign.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign-and-trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. And in the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history, guys.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update. Now here's Poeltl, averaging around 6 a game. And there's Reeves. That one's good on the assist by Poeltl.
Now, Poeltl, as a big, such an unselfish player, always willing to make the extra pass.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the head coach for Sacramento gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, BA.
And Allie, thanks. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night now. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Pippen, he's checked in for the Lakers. Fultz with it. He's picked up by Poeltl. A little mid-range shot is up. And another miss by Sacramento. The Lakers trail. Here's Pippen. That one's good. This game is all even.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
.121 left in the first. Poke loose. Doncic against Monk. Up and in on the layup.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Los Angeles now. Luka Doncic.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Los Angeles.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains. Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Pippen. And yep, it's good. Pippen's got his second basket on the night. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Monk against Doncic.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Whoa. Not known for showing off, Doncic with the highlight reel jam. Did I say that? Wow.
Here's Ellis. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Pass to LaRavia. Here's Lyles. It's tipped. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Now the Lakers moving it up. Ingram finds Pirtle. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Smart to get Pirtle inside with the ball. The big man so easy to get it at close range.
And that's a foul called on Jakob Pirtle. So that'll be his second foul. To shoot 2. Sacramento shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Reeves. From down in the low post, it goes. Reeves has got his second basket of the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. We've got Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Pippen in at the point. Here's Ellis. Crowder outside. Right at the free throw line, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Portis has checked in. Crowder, the pass to Valanciunas. Here's LaRavia. He's covered by Reeves. Here's Ellis. Pass to Lyles. 6 to shoot. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. There's the triple. He drops it from range. LaRavia's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Portis. Right side Vanderbilt. And here's Reeves. There's the 3. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Now a timeout by Sacramento.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Ingram's checked in for Goodwin.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Now here's Ingram. The D's right on it. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so here's Sacramento. 9-point game. There's Davis with the three. Here's Sabonis. Soft touch off the glass.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Ingram, the pass to Vanderbilt.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Pippen. He's guarded by Sabonis. And he jams it home with authority.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Ellis. And the shot goes down. Pippen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Inside. And Sabonis slams it in.
How about Sabonis getting up there and rising up to slam down?
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Here comes the fun fans. Your Sacramento Kings Breakers.
Some changes for Sacramento. Crowder, he's checked in for Lyles. Monk comes in for Davis. And it's Fultz in for Ellis. Los Angeles leading by 9. When we talk about the top players in the league, Brent, Domantas Sabonis can get overlooked.
You wonder if the record was a little bit better last year for the Kings, where he might have finished in the MVP voting, because this guy led the league in rebounding, and he put up 8 assists per game. So top 10 in MVP, that could have moved up a little bit with a winning record. He is a legitimate star at his position. The crafty move there by Monk sees the opening and no hesitation.
1 minute left to play in the first half of basketball. Portis finds Ingram. Here's Pippen, pounded by Fultz. Pippen, pass to Ingram. Now Reeves. 5 to shoot, fires from deep. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now. Crowder, pass to Murray. The vertical of Murray on full display.
Oh, and Murray makes this look all too easy. Superb at throwing it down with some power.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And good whistle there.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Some changes for Los Angeles. Pirtle comes in for Vanderbilt. And Doncic has subbed in for Pippen.
A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Get big guys on the floor.
Remember, it was the steal of Luka igniting the break.
Fultz against Doncic. Lets it go from 11. Rebounded by Ingram. On the wing, Reeves. And so it's Los Angeles with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready.
Welcome to halftime. And
if they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
you're like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. Let's shift gears now and see how things are stacking up in the Western Conference.
Checking out the Kings.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to...
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Malik Monk really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Markelle Fultz is out there with Malik Monk. And it's Crowder in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
What energy on the drive from Doncic. Charging in before the defense can seal up the gaps.
Kings trail by 11. Here's Fultz. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Here's Reeves. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Pirtle finds Reeves. Doncic against Monk. Doncic throwing his weight around.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
And so it's Fultz who brings it up for the Kings. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Outside Murray. And the three off target. The Lakers lead by 11. On the wing, Reeves. Down low. Pirtle against Sabonis. Doncic passes to Pirtle. The Lakers got to get one up. Late. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Ingram. From behind the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Ingram's got 7.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
The Kings' shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Timeout call, Sacramento.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Bucks. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, I think for the Lakers, they continue to look incredibly dangerous. The cohesion and teamwork they show on a nightly basis has a lot to do with that.
Now here's Crowder. Searching for that first bucket here in the 3rd. Sabonis with a screen on Doncic. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. So many players in the league have their own podcast. Would you have had one during your career, Brent?
I think so, BA. I think it would have been a lot of fun. I mean, how cool is it to connect to your favorite players or hear stories from guys as the season is going along, and then to have these guys available in your earbuds all day, every day.
Now here's Ingram. 7 points in the game. Fultz with it. Pass to Monk. Sabonis outside. Fultz a screen on Pirtle. Sabonis, the pass to Fultz. Yes, it's good. Fultz has got 7 now in this quarter.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. Los Angeles leading by 9. To the middle. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Murray. Got a piece of it. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Moving it up. Here's Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
And bigs like Portis can get up and make those dunks look sweet.
.58 seconds left to play in the third. And Portis comes to help. Outside Murray. Back to Fultz. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Here's Doncic. Rebound by Sacramento. Monk with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. Back to Fultz. To the inside with the 7-footer. Sabonis' shot is off. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
I like what I saw on both ends that time, hustling on defense to create some offense.
Luka on the attack.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
He knocks it down. Wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. Well, the previous play is under review. Are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
While this call may not decide the game,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that shot. That was really close to counting.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Kings trail by 7. On the court for the Lakers, we've got Brandon Ingram. Bobby Portis out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Pippen in at the 1. Here's LaRavia. And he converts the layup.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's LaRavia. Now Valanciunas. Over Portis. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Portis. Pass to Pippen. Stolen by Carter. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And it's a completely new group for the Kings. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
And Allie, thank you for that. And Sacramento has possession. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Fultz is good.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
No stopping Bobby P. That time powers through to the foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off.
Doncic against Fultz. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Fultz. Fultz has got his 4th assist with that last one. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th. Ingram against Crowder, kicks it to Doncic.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Look at Doncic going to work. So tough to handle inside.
As always, Doncic attracts a lot of attention, makes a lot of tough shots with hands in his face.
Kings trail by 8. And here's Fultz. Pass to Monk. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. On defense, the Lakers. They've led by as many as 14.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. .144 left in the 4th. They double him with Crowder. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Pirtle against Monk. Murray brings the double. Portis, the pass to Ingram. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Ingram has the skill to do that. A nice job setting up and receiving the pass.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Outside Monk. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Ingram.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Lakers.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Luka Doncic.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight.
Now here's Ingram. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And a missed layup.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Murray's shot is good. 11 seconds left to play in the 4th. Here's Doncic. No good with a layup. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA. And it's the Kings to start out. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Ingram. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. On night. Shot by Doncic.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Now, here's Monk. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Portis against Murray. Pirtle kicks to Doncic. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Going for a dunk. Ingram uses that physicality, clearing the defense out of his way.
Sabonis. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Sabonis has got his second bucket of the game to go. First quarter, just over a minute played. Portis in the post. Murray on him.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And, Johns, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way.
Yeah, nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And here is Los Angeles now. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with the win.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organization, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. The teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the beach.
Oh, you framed that so well. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be pitching with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, I'm just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Pippen's checked in for Austin Reeves. Pippen finds Vanderbilt. Fires from deep. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Fultz the pass to Murray. On the wing, Monk. Pass to LaRavia. Screen by Sabonis. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Doncic with it. Sabonis defending. Doncic with the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Fultz. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Lakers leading by 5. It's Pippen with the drive. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Pippen.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Kings have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. LaRavia passes to Valanciunas. And the layup's good off the glass.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances from the paint. Way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. For those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Goodwin. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Pippen, and it's Reeves in a shooting guard. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done, but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can to make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. Bobby Portis is just in for the Lakers.
And the 7-footer Valanciunas with the foul. A big who isn't just skilled, but also brings that toughness.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
And Valanciunas, no good on that. Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looking. But, thank you for your honesty in that one. And the Kings making a change here. Davis has checked in. Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Now here's Goodwin. Pass to Vanderbilt. The shot's good. Vanderbilt's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to sky. skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big pay.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The quick crossover, what a move.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Murray comes in for Jay Crowder. Monk's checked in for Terrence Davis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Ellis. And then for the Lakers, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Vanderbilt. Brandon Ingram comes in for Goodwin. And Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves. Doncic very comfortable down low.
And when Luka sees the mid-range open up, he takes the shot, keeping things simple.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Crowder, he's checked in for Sacramento.
Number 99,
Fultz against Pippen. Monk outside. Sacramento moving it around. Murray for three. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Just two to shoot, and the shot goes down.
Yeah, love watching Fultz do his thing in that pick and roll. Just picks apart the defense, taking what they give him.
And Portis throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And finished off by Fultz.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
All free throws good from Doncic. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Kings.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Lakers lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And greetings from the 2K studio. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's...
And taking a look back now at the first half of play, the Lakers find themselves in a tight one.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Monk is out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
Sabonis against Pirtle. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Fultz. The Lakers with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And it's Ingram missing. The Kings trail by 6. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say it.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at Los Angeles, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And of course Sacramento just need to take it a game at a time.
And you know, for the Lakers, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Fultz is not just looking to score the ball. He also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Fultz the pass to Sabonis. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 4th assist in this one.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Doncic. 7 for 9 now with that miss. Now shooting 78% from the floor. Fultz against Doncic.
2 minutes.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
Hey, RJ, what about Keegan Murray? He made the immediate impact in the NBA as a rookie, setting a record for 3-point shots made, and he has continued to build on it.
A bit of a surprise as the 4th overall pick in the 2020 draft. Murray was the right fit. Big part of Sacramento ending that 17-year playoff drought.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Valanciunas comes in for Sabonis, and it's Ellis in for Fultz. The shot by Monk is no good. Lakers leading by 3. To the inside. Here's Ingram. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Ingram's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And this is what you want more of. Ingram has to keep being aggressive like this.
Pirtle with the steal. Here's Doncic. Here's Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And it's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Reeves finds Ingram. And Pirtle has it in the corner. Back to Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Doncic outside. And Doncic with the triple.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Monk against Reeves. Murray outside. Valanciunas passes to Ellis. Murray for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Murray's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Kings.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
And Pirtle is so polished in the post. Defenders are always nervous when he has the ball down low.
Both shots good from the stripe. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Carter on the wing. Miles a screen on Pippen. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth, we've got Jared Vanderbilt. Pippen is out there with Goodwin. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Ingram in at the three, the small forward. And Zoelis will bring it up for Sacramento. 7-point differential. Carter outside. Miles a screen on Pippen. Outside Carter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's got his fourth rebound in this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
They have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. And then for Los Angeles, Pirtle, he is checked in for Vanderbilt. Austin Reeves comes in for Goodwin. And Doncic is subbed in for Pippen. Here's Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. It's his third foul of the game. Timeout, Sacramento.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
During that break, Sacramento's coach had some words for the team. He was preaching the importance of effort, saying he wanted to see second and third efforts each possession. We need to be the more active team down the stretch. Guys?
Thank you, David. 5 on the clock. Monk for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Lakers leading by 11. Reeves the pass to Ingram. Back to Reeves. Here's Pirtle. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Inside, the size of Jokic is such a factor, allowing him to get his shot off despite the coverage.
Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. Monk with the ball. Sabonis' screen on Reeves. Here's Fultz. And he can't stop the run as he misses. For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And the wide open shot from Crowder, kept alive by Sacramento. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Here's Ingram. Good work defensively by Crowder.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Sabonis kicks to Monk. Offline with his three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
For three, Ingram hands it from downtown. Ingram got 5 points in the quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Lakers.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And, guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Pass to Fultz. Rebounded by the Lakers. And here's Los Angeles. This run now up to 13-2. Outside Portis. Lakers working the ball around now. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. On up the court. And it's Murray with the jam. Pirtle against Sabonis. Pirtle, the pass to Doncic. Over Fultz. And too long on the shot.
Los Angeles foul. Bobby Portis. Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2, Jay Crowder.
That one misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.